What's up? It's the Brunch Breakdown. Didi out here in Los Angeles. Chris and Dan are in Pittsburgh. Today on the Brunch Breakdown, we've got a lot to get to. A lot of weird things happening on the internet this week. We are going to touch on a lot of them. We've got music, we've got beer, and we're also going to talk about, we're going to tell young people about something called cable because they're learning about it this week with this new Venu sports thing. But we got a lot to get to. It's the Brunch Breakdown. Dan, let everybody know where they can find us.
Anywhere podcasts are available, my friends. And that's where you can find the Brunch Breakdown. New episodes come out every Wednesday. Just follow or subscribe at your favorite place. Spotify, Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, Good Pods, wherever you like to find us. Hit follow, hit subscribe. That episode is going to come straight to you every Wednesday. We also have full video episodes that you're going to want to see our lovely faces. Didi may say he's coming to us from LA, but he looks like he's coming to us from Antarctica based on how bundled up he is. Project Bundle Up in Los Angeles. Hashtag pray for LA this week. So check out that video. Where can you find it? YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify. Videos all there. Those premiere at a particular time, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, but you can watch them on demand anytime you want to watch after that. We are everywhere on social media at Brunch Breakdown. Follow us, we follow you back. And then, of course, don't miss the Sounds of Brunch, people. We are handcrafting you playlists for you to keep up with what we are presenting to you each and every week and what we are listening to. We call it the Sounds of Brunch. We upload it and update it exclusively on Spotify every Friday. So tell Siri, tell Alexa, tell your ma, tell your pa that you're going down to Arkansas and play the Sounds of Brunch.
Wow.
Yeah, coming in hot this week.
Uh, yeah, Project Bundle Up. It's going to be 104 degrees in Los Angeles today.
Oof.
104
Somebody
degrees.
should tell you.
But it's 60. Listen, it's earlier on my coast. It's the sun is not even, it's barely out. It's 67 degrees in my house right now. So there's that.
There you go. I love that.
Nice and brisk. All right. Well, Chris, it's time to get random topics off our chest. Get us started. Let's go.
Uh, sure. I every time one of my kids has a birthday, it makes me realize how old I am, and not because they're turning like 4, but because at these kid birthdays, I try to partake in like the festivities only to find out the next day how big of a toll it takes on my body. Like
Oh,
yesterday, my daughter turned 4. I had 3 pieces of pizza and a piece of birthday cake. And I have never felt more sluggish and lethargic to wake up than I do today. It's unbelievable. Isn't that so sad? Like, just like the things you didn't even think about when you were younger, it's now like you have to have like an internal dialogue with yourself about whether or not you should have a third piece of pizza. And like the amount of side effects that an additional piece of pizza could have on your life. Like, it's just sad, man. That's all I have to say today. Isn't that sad?
Oh man, that is really sad that it's food based. I think it's very sad. I thought you were gonna talk about like because we went to this like play place, this humongous ball pit. I jumped in there with the kids. I'm in there. I'm running around doing my thing. I'm on my knee everywhere. And then like the next day, I was like, why do I feel so awful? Oh
I
yeah,
thought he was
because I
going
was
bouncy house. Yeah, I
I
thought
was
that's who he
crawling
was going to.
around, doing all the things, picking people up, all this shit, just going in all these different ways, and then realized, oh yeah, like I should have stretched before. Like I can't just jump in ball pits with a bunch of kids and being that dad throwing everybody around. Nah, you gotta stretch before. Can't do all that shit. Yeah, yeah. So I feel you.
No,
Just a little
food
different.
based. That's rough.
Yeah, food
I don't
based.
even try the physical stuff. Like, my kids love bounce houses. I'm not going in there because most of the time, most of the time it's not just them. You're in some type of place where there are also other kids in a bounce house or a ball pit, and it's like, I'm not. I see what those kids do to each other. Like, last weekend we went to a fair and my girls went in a bounce house, and they were in there with these three boys who had like one stuffed animals and were just in the bounce house whipping the shit out of each other with these stuffed animals. I was like, I'm not getting in there. My girls were in there. They were fine. You know, kids fall over, land on their head. They just get right back up. Yeah, I don't do so. Dee Dee, I mean, you got to be careful, bro. Be careful. But yeah, food, I don't know. Like, I can't have 3 pieces of pizza anymore. I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
sad.
it's the amount's what's bothering me, I think. You weren't like, listen, I acknowledged I went overboard. 6 pieces was too many. And even if 6 pieces was too many, the cake afterwards is probably what did me in. But your number's at 3.
Yeah.
That's where I'm concerned. That you should be comfortable with 3, right? It wasn't like I had 3 pieces of pizza at 11:58 p.m.
Yeah.
right before bed. That's a bad idea. But
Yeah.
you're like in the middle of the afternoon having 3 slices, just having a lovely day, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And 24 hours to be feeling that. That's praying for LA, and we're praying for Chris too. We got to get. I don't know what it is. Although I'll acknowledge I had 4 pieces of pizza last night, and I felt it. I felt it as well. So I'm
Okay,
with you.
so come on. Come
Yeah.
on. That's one more piece. Come on.
Let's see. I had 4 pieces of pizza and 7 wings. That's probably what did it.
I'm
But in the moment, you know what? I was like, I'm Superman. This is delicious.
Oh my
I don't care.
God.
Feels great.
Well, Chris, part of training camp needs to be like you know, getting your Michael Phelps on a little bit, eating a little bit more calories, working out a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't it amazing that his Olympic training diet, like people still know?
Oh,
Isn't it amazing?
yeah.
The whole like
Yeah.
because he said he ate a whole pizza every day or something. Plus like burgers and like because that was crazy. It's so fun. I remember watching Michael Phelps swim in the Olympics at Bar Room in Station Square.
I was telling Siobhan that like 2 days ago.
Yeah, that is my memory of the whatever that was like the 2012 Olympics or something. I watched it at Bar Room, and it's funny that people still remember that. Anyway, so I'm sad. Who's up next?
Yeah, dude. Wow. Impressive. Dan,
Impressive
get it
and
off
sad.
your chest. Impressive and sad. What are we doing here?
Impressive and sad. By the way, I've got the 2008 Team USA Olympic jacket on today in case that happened to be the year that you were watching. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Feeling very Olympic today, aren't you?
Today and every day for 15 days.
I was thinking about how amazing that Olympics was. Like, because people were talking about how this Olympics is so good so far, or whatever. I'm like, we had the Michael Phelps mania in 2008. And then that was like, whoa, this is crazy. We're stopping everything we're doing to watch swimming. And then the next week we got Usain Bolt. And we had no idea that was coming. Kind of like it's kind of hard to top that Olympics, but
true.
Anyways, continue.
Well, I'd love to talk about Olympics for the next 50 minutes or so, but I'm not. But I'm also going to go kind of food related, but not in the sense of like what we're eating, but I don't find myself going through the drive-through very much anymore at this point in life. Maybe like Starbucks, right? Something like that. But honestly, this is something I've noticed my whole life. And it's just, boys, it's just about damn time I get it off my chest. I don't know what's taking me so long to use this platform to talk about this. How in all of the years since the drive-through was invented, which was in the 40s, by the way, have we not figured out, like at the absolute least, how we should be angling the menu in the drive-through lane so just not the car at the speaker can see the damn thing? It's always just there for the car at the speaker, and you're right behind it, and you can't see anything. It's like how many times you've been through a drive-through line, and it just feels like it's going so slow, and only to find out that you can't like read a single word on the menu until you're face to face with that speaker. And I think, like, honestly, the only place I remember that does this well is like McDonald's. Like old school McDonald's, and I haven't been to McDonald's in a long time. But I remember McDonald's having like two of these things. So they're like, when you're farther back, you can read. And then as you get closer, it's angled appropriately. So shouts to McDonald's. I guess that's why they're the GOAT. I don't know if they still do that today. But I don't think it's too much to ask just to angle the damn menu a little bit so it's quicker for everybody, because I'm sure the people behind the headset taking the order are really sick and tired of people going, um, I'm also gonna need like dragging out the order as people are reading the menu. Like, so what do you want? You're like checking in the back seat who you're with. I'm gonna need a number two, and then like at a minimum, maybe like we're in the era, throw up a QR code like 25 feet back. So as you're going through the drive-through line, you just scan that thing and you can at least look it on your phone, just to give you a heads up. Like, we need to be efficient in this line, people. It amazes me. Of all these years, we still haven't figured out the best way to angle a drive-through menu line, and it's long overdue. But I just needed to get that off my chest this week.
I'm with you. McDonald's does do it the best still, because I
Okay.
still have to go get Happy Meals these days, or
Yeah.
just a ridiculous amount of chicken nuggets. And the menu at McDonald's, it's like floor to ceiling windows. It's humongous.
Yeah.
Like it literally, it's so high now, and it's insane. But yeah, they do it the best. But you know what gives me anxiety? I like, and I don't get anxious about many things, but like whenever I pull up to a drive-through and I just see a person there with a tablet, and it feels like I
Oh
have to
yeah.
like figure out what I need, like what I have to already know what I want. I like to
Yeah.
look. I am the can I get a person. I like to do that, even if I know what I'm doing. But when the person shows up with a tablet and I'm pulling up to them and it's some like 18-year-old and they're just like, all right, so what do you want? And I'm like, can I see the menu? And then they roll their eyes and they're just
They're like,
like, they flip the tab over and they're like, oh my
yeah.
God, this
Or
old
here's a
person.
paper one.
There you go. And
Like, come
it's
on.
like it really bothers me, man. And I don't like that. So I need menus to get better so I can not have to deal with more these young kids and their attitudes.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with anything you guys are saying, but as you're talking through it, I also think like if you've never been to this establishment before, why on earth do you think you should be going through the drive-through? Like, you're going to make your first experience at this restaurant where you don't even know what's on the menu, be sitting in a car with 12 cars waiting behind. Like, how do you get the balls to pull that type of shit? Like, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You wouldn't do that in any other phase of life. If you were going to a store for the first time, you would just sit in your car outside of it and look in and try to like figure out what's it. No, you go in, you talk to somebody, you take your time, you figure out, make a good decision. You don't go on the clock. I don't know. That just seems ridiculous to me. Unless you're traveling, I don't think I've ever done that before.
But I don't have like Chick-fil-A's menu memorized. And
Yeah,
like they
but
have new
every
stuff.
time you go to Chick-fil-A, are you trying to have a new Chick-fil-A experience?
No, but I don't want to get this. Maybe I don't want the same thing. And like I don't have Dunkin's menu memorized.
We're not talking about the Cheesecake Factory. Chick-fil-A is like, do you want a crispy or grilled? And do you want it sandwich or nuggets? Like,
Well, how about Taco Bell? I don't go to any of these places.
meat, cheese, tortilla in some way?
No, they've got
Do you want it hard or do you want it soft? That's
eclectic
what she
menu
said.
now. Haven't you seen Jason Sudeikis' new Taco Bell commercials?
If you're going to
They've got
Taco
a new
Bell
menu.
for
I'm not going
eclectic
inside a Taco Bell.
choices, you need to go inside the Taco Bell. I've never heard anybody use the word eclectic with Taco Bell before. That's
They have it.
amazing.
They got street foods. It's good.
I just think that's a real dick move. I really do. Because everybody else in the drive-thru knows what they like. You go to Starbucks.
They don't though. That's why I'm complaining. They don't know what they want. Everybody's taking because they don't
I
have
know.
the menu
I think
in front
those
of them until
people
they
should
get there.
I think they should be forced to go in. That's what I'm saying. We're agreeing.
Why aren't
We're
we
just
ordering-
saying it in different ways.
Right. Why aren't we ordering on screens? By the way,
Yeah.
can't we just
Yeah.
do that? Can't we just like
Isn't
the
it-
tablet person just like have me able to be pulled like have a tablet on an arm that I can pull close to my car.
Yeah.
Right? Like a hydraulic arm and place the order And if I need help, I hit the help button and then I can talk to somebody. How is that not quicker for anybody? Also, you're probably ordering more if you're doing it that way versus like, I'm on the clock. This annoyed teenager is waiting for me to finish my order. If I'm like at Sheetz and I'm placing an MTO order, I'm probably ordering more that way than if I'm at the drive-through window. So why aren't we there yet?
Well,
Saving on labor costs?
I was just going to say that I've never done a drive-through at Sheetz before, but do you have to talk to somebody?
Oh, I haven't either.
Because like
you probably do.
They are the touch screen ordering establishment.
Yes.
So if you that would be ridiculous if you go through the drive-through and you have to talk to somebody. Yeah. Yeah, they should be
because like imagine going through that menu. Jeez, oh man.
Yeah,
everything's customized. They're like, okay, now let me see. Here's a couple. I have a couple options for you. Do you want lettuce, tomato? Do you want
ranch?
Yeah.
Do you want a lot of it? Do you want a little of it?
And then you just pay right at the screen. That's what drive-through should be.
Yeah, that's the car wash I go through. It's touch screen. You just press what you want.
Well, just to let you know, your drive-through experience is probably going to get more complicated because Taco Bell and a bunch of some other places in the Yum brands thing. So I think that's
KFC.
like KFC. They're starting AI drive-through voices. So you're going to be talking to a computer. And I don't know if you've ever called customer service for literally anything in the past 10 years, but I can tell you that's not great. So I'm going to be very annoyed at Taco Bell if someone starts asking me bit by bit, like what I actually wanted. I'm like, all right, I need this. They're like, do you want tomatoes on that? Nope. Didn't ask for them. Nope. Didn't ask for them. It's going to get weird. It's going to get weird. But yeah, they're starting to roll out AI drive-through voices. So, yeah.
Great.
Get ready for your drive-through experience to be very annoying.
Can we do an AI episode at some point?
Yep.
And just
we keep talking about that.
Yeah, we keep talking about it.
That list is piling up of the topics for AI.
All sounds terrible.
All right. So I'm going to get this off my chest. Ladies and gentlemen, to all of us who have children, to us who have nieces and nephews, to other people who look up to us, okay? Watch what you say on the internet, okay? Like, just watch what you say on the internet. Please do. Because this was one of those weeks where a lot of people heard one thing, and however you felt about that thing before you felt about it, you already hated it. And I'm just telling you right now, there will be a time when your kids grow up and they are able to just type in the Wayback Machine, whatever it is, and they will freaking find what you thought about this one thing. It's like, I wonder what my dad thought about this. Let me type this in. And they're going to be able to find it. Because nothing's deleted. The internet's forever. And hell, you probably forgot that you even had something up from 2014 or 2012 or 2024. You forgot. So watch what you say. Watch what you do on the internet. Because your kids could end up hating you for it. Or you're going to have to explain these things. And I think about this a lot. I know a lot of people do not. But I'm somebody who, has posted a lot of things on the internet in this time, in my lifetime. So, and I'm going to have to explain some things. So I just want everybody to know. Because we can't go back and look at our parents' stuff. Like, we have no idea what our parents thought in the 60s or the 70s or the 80s or who our parents voted for or anything like that. We have no idea. They could literally tell us anything we want. They can rewrite their own history. We have no idea. We can't do that. So watch what you say and do on the internet, guys, because, nothing's deleted. Internet's forever. Your kids may hate you for it.
Didi, I know we bring this up often. We always say, everybody says the internet's in ink, right? Well, this podcast is in paint, and maybe you're finally regretting saying that COVID-19 was good. Are you finally coming around to knowing that your children will one day find that on the internet? That you promoted the pandemic as good for the world?
Yeah. There weren't many people promoting a pandemic, but you were on the front lines, man. You were on the front lines.
It's too good not to bring that up in this moment. Because you're right. Even what we're doing right now is not going anywhere. In fact, we're giving our kids maybe more ammunition than most.
Yeah.
So this is the end of the brunch breakdown, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna hang it up.
That was just a moment in time. But the problem with it is that you keep bringing it up, Dan.
Well,
It's not
He can't retweet it. You didn't tweet it, so we can't retweet it. So
right.
Dan, this is Dan's way of retweeting it every 3 months.
Yeah, right. Like you've got your
Yeah.
Lizzo tweet pinned to the top of your profile for the rest of time, but like this needs a little bit more love. I need to, if I could pin this, I would. And this is me pinning it as a reminder for everybody.
God. Whatever.
Never let
Let's
go.
get to beer before Dan starts talking more about what I said in 4 years
Got
ago.
some skeletons. Got that some
Outta here.
skeletons.
All right, let's get into Brews Day. Chris, what you got?
One of the beers that I had recently was just an old favorite. Dogfish Head, the 60-minute IPA. That's actually the first IPA
Mhm.
that I ever fell in love with. And it was like my gateway into trying other new IPAs. And I still think it's one of the best. Like I don't know. I feel like the way beer it's progressed so much over the last decade that
Yeah.
like the ones you can get everywhere, I feel like in a lot of cases are almost considered, oh, well, they can't be the best if you can get it everywhere. But I still think like that's one of the best IPAs you can get. So yeah, an oldie but a goodie throwback for this week, the Dogfish Head 60-minute. The 90-minute, I'm not ready for that yet.
Oof. Yeah, you got to be buckled up on that one.
Yeah.
You ever have the 120-minute?
No, I didn't
kill
even
him.
know
That'll kill a man. That'll kill a man. Yeah.
Is there a 120?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not there. I'm not
Heavy.
there.
What were you? Oh, you were drinking Dead Guy when you were here.
Yeah. That's you were drinking
yeah.
a lot of Dead Guy.
That's right. You were drinking because I was like, was that what you were drinking when you were here? And I was like, no, it was Dead Guy because you were a
Yep.
dead guy. That's why I remember that.
Yeah.
Dead
I was like,
guy.
bro, you're slamming these. That ABV is not small.
I wish I could tell you. I kind of left the universe in the second period of that Penguin game we went to.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what happened.
Do you remember the final score?
Yes, because I remember we won 1-0.
Yes, correct.
And I remember that Patrick Hornquist scored the goal. But the reason
In
that I
overtime.
remember that is because I watched the highlights afterwards.
Like, what did I miss?
Yeah. Anyway, that's all.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh man. All right. So I got myself into a little bit of trouble this week because I ordered an IPA, didn't look at the ABV. Okay.
Oh boy.
And I had this beer that is called the Biggie Biggie Biggie. So that's why I was like, IPA, Biggie Big. Come on, whatever.
Let's go.
I'm gonna get this. It's by Monkish Brewing Company. It is extremely good. But 10.5%. And I did not know what I was getting myself into. And end up having to call an Uber when I didn't really want to, and then had to wake up really early that morning to go get my car and then take kids to school and then it was a whole thing. Yeah, didn't know what I was getting myself into. But yeah. So and I don't drink I don't know why I know why I made the mistake. I saw the name and was like, give it to me. And no one said anything, no one looked at me weird, no one knew what was, and it's like, damn it. And then I was like, yeah, I should probably not drive. So great beer, but watch yourself. Shouts to the Monkish Brewing Company for a great name, but I need you to put the ABV in the in the name.
Yeah. Biggie ABV is need to just be subtly at the end of that somewhere. Like double digits for an IPA. Yeah, that's not messing around.
No,
That's
not messing around.
That's in the those double triples, IPA categories there.
It was good. It was good. It's just I have not had. I can't tell you the last time I've had an IPA or anything with that much ABV in it because I liked it. That's just a lot. So yeah. So there you go.
Nice. I'm gonna go a little off the board here. I know a little odd for me, but gonna bring. I've been wanting to bring this to the table for a little bit. I had this a couple weeks ago, And now that we're officially in August, which is unofficially the last month of summer, right? I think we all acknowledge Labor Day is kind of when we turn the page in fall, even though it's going to be stupid hot everywhere in the country until Halloween.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I guess that's a you guys thing. I don't know. Here it's
it is. Yes.
yeah.
Thank
I'm
you
not.
for
I'm like
acknowledging that.
last
Yeah,
week. I was like last month of summer. Please get out of here.
it is. Yeah, Labor Day. We turn the
The
page.
first the spirit Halloween stores are starting to
They're
pop
already,
up.
yeah. I saw Reese's Pumpkins in the grocery store last week
Yep.
when it was still July. Well, listen, you're talking to the king, but I was like, whew, taken aback a little bit there. I
I
was like,
grabbed up
goodness.
pump. I grabbed up pumpkin spice pods for the Nespresso machine yesterday for Siobhan, and
Oh,
I couldn't believe I saw them out already. I couldn't. It's August 4th. I couldn't believe I saw them already.
yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
early. It's
Yeah.
early.
Very early.
Um, but this is a great beverage for summer because it represents a quintessential summer snack, if you will. This is mash and mallow, roasted and toasted s'mores whiskey, and it is out of this world. In the era that we're in, of Screwball has had this incredible run. Peanut butter flavored whiskey, it's everywhere now. You can find it everywhere. People are kind of getting over it and sick of it. But the flavored whiskeys, we've talked about Curveball with a K whiskey on this podcast before. That's the barbecue flavored one, which is wild. I have never had anything quite like this. It's in a beautiful black bottle, mash and mallow, toasted and roasted. You get every element of s'mores in here. You get the marshmallow, you get the graham, you get the chocolate. It's so damn good. If you can find it anywhere locally, look for this beautiful bottle with the mash and mallow on it. And it's great for summer. S'mores, it's time, a summer bevy, and you don't need anything with this. You could drink this over ice and be happy as a clam. And shout out to Mash and Mallow. Amazing. Amazing.
Wow. I want that
Yeah.
bottle.
Yeah.
Mash and
Beautiful
mallow.
bottle.
I'm in.
Check it out. Check it out.
All right, boys. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right. Well, let's get into the main menu. Guys, so remember when streaming was cool and affordable and didn't have commercials and all this other stuff? Remember that? Remember when it was cool? We were all like, oh man, cable cutting. Oh man, we got to do it. Got to do it. Cut it, cable cutting. And you got this whole generation of kids who are like, fuck cable. I'm just going to have a bunch of streaming services and I'm not going to pay anything close to what my parents do. Well, guess what, youngins? Now you do. Because they just announced this thing, this Venu Sports that gives you ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, SEC Network, ABC, ACC Network, TNT, TBS, whatever, a bunch of Fox, FS1, bunch of stuff. And it's $43.99. And they said when they announced this, okay, that the price will guarantees to stay the same for the first year. So that tells you within that year, it's jumping. It's going up. So if you don't, so by Christmas, I guarantee you they'll be like, yeah, this thing, if you go to get it at like Christmas time, this thing is going to be like $47. So welcome to cable, guys, because that's just one streaming service. And what that doesn't give you, as I named all those networks, doesn't give you CBS, where all the NFL games are on Sunday. Like, just letting you know right now, guys, doesn't give you that. And then you already are paying for Netflix. You're already paying for Hulu. You're already paying for, or you're paying for HBO Max or whatever it is. Guys, cable's back. Don't cord cut. There's no need. There's no need. Stay with the situation you already got, because this is, it's ridiculous. What do you guys think about the ultimate stream, the ultimate sports streamer?
Dude, the whole situation with how this has unfolded over the last 5 to 10 years it's honestly shocking to me, because I thought we'd get to a point where like I did cut the cord. And part of the reason I thought that was because like streaming services came out and cable just didn't do shit. They didn't change anything. And I'm like, they're too stubborn. Like they're gonna get pushed. Everything's gonna change. And damn it, if their stubbornness hasn't worked out, because these streaming services have all gobbled each other up. They've made things way too confusing. Nobody wants to partner with anybody to actually make it user friendly. Cable's awesome. Cable seems awesome. It's unbelievable. I'm never canceling cable. I got everything. It's on a box that's connected to the TV. I got one remote. It all works. I don't need the internet. Like it's going to work. I don't know, man. Cable's awesome. It's so cool. It really is. It really is. Like 4 or 5 years ago, I got really serious about it because we just bought a house. We didn't have kids yet. And we only watched a few channels consistently. And so I tried to put all the pieces together. And when I did all of the weird things that you had to account for to get all the things we do want to watch consistently, it ended up being like $12 cheaper a month. So no, I'm not doing that. And yeah. So yeah, cable's the best.
Cable is king. Cable is still king. And we done screwed this up, ladies and gentlemen. We done screwed this up. And if we couldn't have seen this coming, we're just a bunch of morons. You had to know that this was going to be inevitably the fate. And you know what? I'm here to promote cable. I am here to promote cable along with you, Chris. I have not cut the cord, and I'm glad that my stubbornness has also paid off, because what I'm paying is going to be equal or perhaps less one day to what everybody's paying for every other service. And you're right, they're gobbling each other up. They're merging, and they're not getting cheaper when they do that. Why would they do that? Why would they get cheaper when they merge together? They don't. They're cracking down on sharing, right? Netflix has done it. The other ones are doing it too. Better share some IP addresses or something, people. I don't know how you're going to do it. Set up a VPN in your own house to stream off somebody else's who you're stealing it from. You're going to do something like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. And this one's expensive. It's really expensive. It's 15 live channels, but as you said, Didi, you're not getting everything. You're absolutely not getting everything. NFL's already in a huge mess themselves with NFL Sunday Ticket. We're going to get to the point where you're going to have to pay for every game you're going to want to watch if you're out of market. They're going to get there. And it's just, we had to know. We had to know this is coming. We done screwed it up. And shouts to you, Cable. We're staying strong. That coax, that cable, that wire.
Coax brunch, babe.
Love a good coax. Shouts to you for being steady Eddie. And I can watch everything I want on the Olympics on cable. I can also watch it on Peacock, but I can also watch it on cable on all the channels, and I'll get all my sports there as well. So cable is king.
Yeah. That's another one not mentioned in this ultimate streamer is NBC's still there. So you want to watch Sunday Night Football, even though you're paying, here, add a little bit more. Here's Peacock.
Yeah, here's Peacock.
It's you want to watch the other NBA games? Not this year, but the year after that. Oh, you got to add Peacock because that's where the NBA is going to be. So
don't forget about Prime.
Yeah. Yeah.
NFL and NBA are going there too.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, dude, yeah. So thank you for the ultimate sports streamer, guys. You guys are great.
Really, really helpful.
Isn't Netflix doing NFL games this year too?
Yep.
They got the Christmas Day games. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
See, we could have just kept with cable, guys.
You can get all.
We could have just stayed there.
You can get all of 12 NFL games with this package. It's great. It's great.
Venu Sports. Yep. Shouts to Comcast. Shouts to DirecTV. Shouts to all you guys. You guys did it. Bryce and Files, whoever else. You guys are the goats. Shouts to you. Sorry for doubting you. We apologize.
Yeah. And sorry to the soldiers we lost along the way. TiVo, you put up a great fight. You were ahead of your time and gone but long not forgotten, especially in this era.
All right. Well, let's get into the weirdest stuff that we saw this week on the internet. Let's start with the big one. Because, nothing gets better than this. Chris saw this on the Instagrams, and it was kind of everywhere this week. If you, depending on what your algorithm looks like, I know my algorithm this was all over the place. So, you throw it up there, Chris. You got this. This is a video, if you are listening, of people dancing.
Yeah, I have the sorry, the music turned
Music's
off.
down. It's fine. Music can be turned off.
We don't need it.
But that is a mid-30s Soulja Boy and a mid-30s Bow Wow doing a concert for what looks like a lot of people at SeaWorld in Florida. Bow Wow and Soulja Boy performing at SeaWorld. It doesn't get weirder than that. But dude, this place is jumping though. So shout out to them.
Is. Yeah.
Like, and to explain it to people that aren't watching the video, it's like basically the Shamu exhibit and the stage behind it is where they are. So like where a typical pit would be at a concert venue is just a body of water, probably 150 feet deep or something. And then there's just this gap. And then there's a crowd full of people on the bleachers just rocking out to Bow Wow and Soulja Boy. It's a sight to see.
Dude, can you imagine, like, I mean, this is happening, like, looks like near sunset. Do you imagine what the gates at SeaWorld looked like when, like, the families were leaving and the Soulja Boy crowd was coming in, like, at the same time? Families are leaving
Right.
and all the Soulja Boy fans are coming in to watch this. I can't imagine.
Wait, see, Chris, you're wrong about that. You are a Soulja Boy fan.
Yeah, you'd be them.
You would be them.
Both.
Yeah, I don't see any kids. I don't see any kids in the crowd, so I don't think I could. I would. Oh, I do see kids in the crowd. Holy shit, there are kids in the crowd.
Of course there are, because we
they
are
probably
the
thought-
age. This is the reason why they're there.
That's true.
They probably thought it was some like show between a dog and a whale named Soulja Boy. They named the whale Soulja Boy, and Bow Wow is a dog, and there's some sort of like tricks that they do together.
Yeah, it's
like there's
Louis.
a dolphin and there's a dolphin and a dog, and oh, what's that show? It's new. We need tickets. It must be good.
This is absolutely wild.
Yeah, and I'm like, because I know because imagine if you went to SeaWorld and you didn't know this was happening. Because this happens a lot of times. It's like you didn't know that Bow Wow and Soulja Boy are putting on a concert at SeaWorld because it's basically, it's, whoever goes in, that's who goes to the shows when they do these things. If I didn't, like, I would have been like, all right, guys, we got to get off this ride by 5:15 because Bow Wow and Soulja Boy are going on. And I'd be there. We'd all be there. Be like, and my kids will be like, what is happening? Why is that lady twerk? Why is somebody's mom twerking right now? Because back when she was 15, Crank That was her jam.
Why are they doing this at SeaWorld?
Because
let's just get down to brass tacks. Why is this happening here?
There's comments of other people like this person's like, I went there in 98 and saw a performance of Too Close by Next, aka the greatest song about boners ever written. Like, it looks like this happens all the time. Like,
yes,
there's
there's summer concert
generations.
Series.
There's generations of kids who have experienced their first concert at this place. Yeah, dude, I should have read the comments. This is fantastic.
Dude, it's always interesting when you find out the stuff that your parents listen to. And sometimes those songs, you find it like, wait, why's my mom looking at that person like that? Because that was her dude 20 years ago.
Mom, what's Supermaning that hoe mean again?
Oh man,
that's another dangerous one. You say that around your kids, they're gonna be saying that like it's just a fun Superman thing,
Dude, like I said, I went to a bat mitzvah a year ago, and all bat mitzvah age 13, 12, whatever, 14, something like that. That song came on, you would have thought it was you thought it was 2006. All these kids losing it. And then just parents like hurting themselves trying to, Superman in that hoe for the first time in a long time. But
incredible.
Good parenting going on out there. I'll tell you that. Because you got to know the classics. You know what I mean? My parents were playing the Beatles for me, so I'm just like, whatever. Let's go to the next one. Dan, what do you got? So
this one's particularly for you, Didi. This is just the most random thing I've seen on the internet this week. This, and as we're pulling the video up, to explain it to our audio listeners, this is a bed that has been created for people that are surviving an earthquake, an extreme earthquake situation. As you can see, the bed collapses into itself.
What the fuck?
Dude, try to explain this to people that can't. And again, this is why you need to check out the video.
You
Um,
fall, you're sleeping on a bed, and
on a
then it
box,
has
right?
some type of trigger that drops you essentially into your own coffin that's made out of steel. It's made out of steel, and instead of it being
Yes.
flat on the top, it's like angled like a roof, which I'm assuming is to have like when you're living in an apartment complex and there's an earthquake and the ground makes your building fall, it's going to protect you somehow.
Yes, and it's stored with uh non-perishable foods and bottles of water are inside this tomb that you enter into.
Oh,
Because that's
Jesus.
exactly what happens. The bed collapses inwards. You fall down into this chamber and you're just protected. It just closes in, just like you said, Chris, over you with this almost this roof. And you're in this. And here's the thing: when the bed falls down, I mean, you're in an earthquake, you're shaking. It drops these people. You have to see that these people in this video are falling. It's like 2 or 3 feet. They fall hard.
Bro,
But I
it's
guess
like,
worst case scenario could be much worse. It's nothing compared to an earthquake.
oh, yeah, but you remember doing the Tower of Terror at Disney World? This is that, except you only fall one story, but you don't know when it's happening. And it's in the middle of the night.
Yes, that's probably the scariest part, right? You're asleep and there's this earthquake happening in the middle of the night. You're dead asleep, and then all of a sudden you're literally dead. You just feel like you're dead because you're in this chamber. There's no electricity, it looks like, in there. It's dark because it closes in on itself, and I guess you're safe. Didi, are you buying a new bed?
I'm horrified by this. Uh, so I need to tell the rest of the world, or just something about California. And I've probably said this on the show before. Earthquakes aren't that big of a deal here. Now, if you live in another country where everything isn't pro fit on rollers, because that's the thing. When you're in an earthquake here, everything since like 1980 something was like anything that's built, it's like rollers are on them, or they were pro fitted to put rollers. So like when an earthquake hits, your building just like it rolls. It's a weird feeling. It's just like it kind of rocks a little bit, right? It doesn't do
Right.
what those pictures are doing, but in other countries, it's not like that. So you see, so maybe this is a good idea if you live somewhere else. I don't know, dude. That's terrifying. Because all right, so what if like I don't know, just there's like a little minor earthquake and your shit shakes. Are you just gonna go in there?
It triggers.
It just triggers. It's like my son runs into our bed like pretty hard when he's like mad about something or looking for Siobhan. Is it gonna just throw her into this?
Just gets collapsed into the tomb.
Collapse? Like, is there like some button that you can access? I have a lot of questions about
Yeah.
just the possibility of being stuck in this thing alone at home by yourself because it just triggered because like you were watching a sporting event and you jumped on the bed and then all of a sudden you're in here.
You know what? Don't give her any ideas. She'll fall asleep with a tablet and then she'll just like self-trigger it and then she'll be like, "Oh no, I'm stuck in here." And then she's just down there with food and beverage and water and a tablet
See.
and she's just like she's away from the kids for a little bit, until you release the emergency mechanism and it's just quiet, I'm sure.
Okay.
But
See.
so don't give her any ideas. But and I love in the video of this when they show a building, it looks like it's being imploded. It's not
Yeah.
like a building in an earthquake. The building is literally being imploded. Just immediately collapsing.
Yes.
Like, that's not an earthquake.
Yeah, that's a building where they put sticks of dynamite at the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh,
That's wow. Okay.
amazing.
It makes
Amazing.
me
Shouts to the internet. Shouts to the internet.
really claustrophobic watching that video. I don't know.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it's a must watch.
Well, mine's not not to that level, but I so like you post enough on social media, eventually, occasionally you have posts do like considerably better than the others. I had one of those recently over the past week or so. I did a reaction video to Joe Rogan. What's the dude, the really famous comedian right now? Shane Gillis and one of his comedian friends talking about their experience on the carnivore diet and how they just like in the first 2 weeks just kept shitting their pants and they couldn't stick to the diet. And if you're not familiar,
Naturally.
the carnivore diet is a diet where all you eat is meat.
Yeah.
Sounds healthy.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
not dinosaurs, people.
my comment section is the weirdest thing I've seen on the internet this week
Hey.
because this thing's been viewed about 75,000 times. I have 150 comments and counting. And the vast majority of them, or a sizable majority of them, is people justifying the fact that they shit their pants on this diet. It's unbelievable. The lengths to which people will go with diet stuff. What is the deal with that? What's the deal with people treating diets like religion? I don't get it. You don't see people doing that with, like, if I say burpees are a stupid exercise, the burpee army isn't going to come after me. But if I say there's no reason to shit your pants just to lose 5 pounds of fat, the carnivore and keto army comes after me like I said something wrong. And I've been reading people's experiences of shitting themselves for the past week on my own Instagram page. It's unbelievable. That's the weirdest thing I've said. I don't understand why people they treat diets like religions. I don't.
That's a great point. Yeah, you can almost get into a bigger argument with somebody over something like a diet versus like my sports team versus your sports team.
Yeah.
Like there's no level of understanding or respect when it comes to those things. It's like, whoa, bro, chill out. This isn't a diet you created. So first of all, take it down. Let's come down about 20%, would you? Like, yeah, they all made it like this is mine. I did this and it works.
Right.
Like, chill.
I remember when juice cleanses were like a big deal.
Oh, shouts to juice.
Like
Juice and Cable. Kings. King forever kings.
Juice and coax,
undefeated.
baby. Juice and coax.
But yeah, juice cleanses were a thing. And I just remember saying one time, I was like, no one I know who has done a juice cleanse has gotten smaller or gotten the body that they thought they were going to get, because they all stopped doing juice cleanses because they realized fasting every other 3 days is the dumbest thing in the world. Because you're literally just drinking juice. That's what a juice cleanse is. You don't eat anything. You just drink juice for 3 days. And that's what people were doing. And some of these people I worked with, and I'm like, I watched them. Some got bigger because you don't eat for 3 days.
Yeah.
Jeez. Like, get out of here. You know, it's like when you don't eat for 12 hours, 3 days. Get out of here. Like, I remember that, but people swore by it and would just fight with you about it. Like, oh my God, it's so much better for you, blah, blah. And it's like, all right, guys, have fun with that.
Yeah. And so that's where the conversations are at now. People are saying like, yeah, like I shit my pants for like 2 weeks, but after that, it was perfectly fine. I've been on it for 6 weeks and I've lost 10 pounds. And like that, I'm saying to everybody, like, my point is you're not going to be doing this in a year. Like you're not going to have a bowl of rice ever again. You psychopath. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Just get on the 4-year-old party diet. Just pieces of pizza and a slice of cake every day. You'll shit your pants that way. You'll be fine. Same result.
Yeah, I mean
same result, much more enjoyable.
we had a dangerous situation this morning, and I can tell you, yeah, I at least enjoyed the process leading up to that bathroom break a lot more than eating raw red meat every day. Go have some pizza. Thank you, Dan. That's a great point.
Here to help. People helping people.
People helping people.
And that was brought to you by Chris Gates Fitness. Make sure you check out Training Camp. Is the promo code still available?
By the time people listen to this, no.
It will not be.
Code,
all right.
Try the promo
but you
code
can
shit
still
your pants and you'll get a smaller.
Should I do that? I literally will do that. I literally will do that. You know
what it should be? It should be a 2% discount. 2%, number 2 for shitting your pants. The 2% discount. One more week. Fire it up.
I'm gonna do that. I swear to God, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna create the discount code shit your pants. I'm not gonna share it anywhere. So if you're listening to this episode,
Oh, exclusive.
I'm not gonna tell anybody about this discount except for the people listening. I'm not gonna do 2%. I'm gonna do the 80%. Okay. You get, if you want to sign up this week and you use the code shit your pants, you can join training camp for $10. It's the only discount code that's going to be left. Let's do it. I'm going to create that right now. Let's go.
This is incredible. I love that this is happening in real time.
I'm so happy. All right, let's get into music, boys. All right. So first for me this week, what I'm listening to, my my kids have a new kid that was at school. Her name is Kiki, and they kept talking about Kiki, and I was like, you know what song we're gonna play? In My Feelings, but the Kids Bop version, In My Feelings by Kids Bop Kids. Dude, Kids Bop. Shouts to Kids Bop for keeping it clean all these years. Telling you, I freaking love it. It's the best in the world. Kids Bop Kids, In My Feelings. Enjoy that this week.
That's incredible.
The kids dude, every morning I gotta play that. Every morning. Yeah. In My Feelings. So shouts to Drake, shouts to Kids Bop.
Wow. There you go. I'm gonna put Maren Morris on the playlist this week.
Hey.
Push Me Over off her new EP Intermission. Now, listen, I didn't listen to the rest of this EP because I didn't want to be let down. Because, as you boys know, and as our listeners know, she's naturally a country artist at heart. And I've been clamoring, hoping, praying, asking for more pop music from Maren Morris because I think it could be huge. This is a pop song. Push Me Over is a pop song. And I'm very, very happy to hear it. And I'm afraid the rest of the EP takes me back to like Maren Morris country. Now, listen, I don't like country music, but I could listen to her country music. Right? It kind of dances on the line between pop and country. So it's good. But I was afraid the rest of the EP is going to be country music. I could be wrong. So I'm going to at least enjoy Push Me Over for a couple of weeks before I try it out because it's a great pop song. Come on, Maren. We need more of it.
All right. My first one, have not listened to it yet, but it doesn't matter. Because Olivia O'Brien put out a new song. And the title of it makes me think I'm going to love it. So the title is Out of Your League, But I Want You So Bad. So I'm excited to just go on another storytelling journey with our girl, Olivia O'Brien.
Yeah, I had that on there. The song's awesome.
Of course it is.
Great. The song's she's the GOAT. Like I freaking love Olivia O'Brien. But yeah, no, the song's really, really good. I actually I follow her. She has 2 accounts. Do you follow Olivia O'Brien?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Well, you should follow Olivia O'Brien. It's great. It's her account too.
It's hers? Wow.
Yeah, and she opens it up for like I didn't know this until randomly I was on Instagram and she was like, I'm only keeping this account open for new followers for like the next like 10 minutes. And I followed. I'm
Chris, you should do the same thing. Instead of Chris Gates Fitness, it's Chris Gates Shitness. And it's all you talk about is the shit your pants diet.
Yeah, direct all your keto feedback.
That's it.
Chris Gates
Shitness. You better claim that account now before somebody else does. One of our listeners.
All right. One of my favorite bands, Lawrence, they put out another one of their acoustic-ish sessions with What You Want. And this might be the best one they've ever done. Go to YouTube and check this shit out. I assume because usually they put it out and then like a week later it goes up on like streaming services or whatever. So hopefully it's out by the time we put the playlist out. But Lawrence, What You Want, go on YouTube and acoustic it. You go on YouTube and watch this whole thing. It's incredible what they do with these. And like I can't wait to see them live in a couple months. But yeah, What You Want, Lawrence, check it out.
They're so good, man. They're so good. I'm going to put a band called Pom Pom Squad on the playlist this week and their song Spinning. And so they're kind of like grunge meets indie pop, kind of alt pop in a way. And I really dig the kind of the sound, the way they've kind of curated it for this one. Those aren't typically genres you hear mashing up and coming together, but the songs, it's kind of pop, but it's, kind of edgy in an alternative type of way, and I really, really dig it. So, Spinning from the band Pom Pom Squad.
Nice. Dee mentioned the goat, and let's talk a little less than Jake. They put out a new song called "Walking Pipe Bomb," and I guess this is similar to Olivia O'Brien. Anytime Less Than Jake puts a song out, I'm going to put it on our playlist. But man, they just I think they just finished. They either finished or they're in the process of finishing. They're on a tour with NoFX, and it's NoFX's last tour ever, and they're
Wow.
legends themselves. And they just never stop putting out catchy ska music, man. It's unbelievable. Like, think about how old are the guys in Less Than Jake now, Dan? Like 50s?
At least.
Right?
Yeah, at least. Like maybe upper 50s.
And
It
it's
has to
one
be.
thing to make, good rock music at that age, but like I don't know, it feels like it's more of an outlier to create catchy ska music
Yeah.
when you're creeping to 60 years old.
Yeah,
So
right.
shouts to Less Than Jake, man. I love those guys.
Amazing.
All right, my last one. Drink Don't Need No Mix. Great title for a song by Shabuzi and a guy named BX the Plug. And it is this song. This song is pretty great. Also, this is just a straightforward hip hop song. And this should be on it should be on pop radio like right now. Like it's got like the country guitars or whatever in it, like just to do that. But like this is just a banger. Like it is a hip hop song. Like it's not the stomp clap of Tipsy or whatever that makes that song, more country leaning or whatever. No, this is just a banger. Like this song's fire. Like I wish this song had come out sooner. So Drink Don't Need No Mix, Shabuzi. Check it out.
All right. I will take your word for that.
Yeah. No, seriously. I'm I'm saying that for a reason, just so people know this is different. It's the only song on the album that sounds like this. Like the rest of the album is country singing and all that, but like this song is this is a full hip hop song.
Okay. All right. I like it. Give it a shot. Last one for me. I'm going throwback here, boys. Something I don't do often, but I'm going throwback because I heard this song on the radio yesterday. Shouts to Pop DK or Pop 2K for those of you that are probably more familiar with it. My girl Fifi Dobson, "Take Me Away" is like an incredible song. No, that's not. You're singing something else.
Oh.
Shouts to Natasha Bedingfield. Put her on the playlist.
I think
put them both. We'll put both of them on the playlist, but no.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like she's
Fifi Dobson.
Are we sure that every early 2000s female artist wasn't actually Natasha Bedingfield? I don't know.
We're not sure. No.
I'm not.
All I know
I could be sold.
All I know is there was a picture that went viral of Natasha Bedingfield. She's been working out. She's got them cakes because a lot of people were posting pocket full of sunshine indeed.
So join training camp, coach shit your pants.
Yes. But sure, Natasha Bedingfield, I don't know if that's called "Take Me Away" too. I don't know. But no, Fifi Dobson, "Take Me Away." That's a great song. Shouts to her, the Canadian queen that she is, Fifi Dobson.
Is it me? My last
one. It's you. Last
it is
one.
You.
It's you, baby.
All right. I got another ska song from a band called Kill Lincoln. They put out a song called "I'm Fine." I lied. That's the name. And it's from their new their album that's coming out on September 27th. I'm trying to find the name of it. No Normal is their album that's coming out in about 2 months. So a little old ska, a little new ska this week. Get your ska on while there's still some summer to have the vibes hit. When the weather gets cold, I get into sad Drake mode, not upbeat ska mode.
Nice.
Yes.
Can't wait till our fall music episode. Summer's over. Fuck everything. Let's just go. So I'll just listen to Marvin's Room until friggin' April.
Yeah, espresso's not going to hit as hard when it's snowing.
No. Nah. All right. Well, that is what we're listening to. Check out the playlist on Spotify. Tell Siri, tell Alexa to play the sounds of Brunch. Boys, episode 202. Any final thoughts?
The code is I'm looking at it right now. shit your pants. All one
One
word.
word.
It's online. 80% off your first month. $10. Shout out to the keto crowd.
Shout out to Keto. Shout out to Cable. Cable is king. And we've done, this is episode like 202. This is top 5 with the promo code that we just organically created. Shit your pants. This will go down in history. I will add it to the t-shirt list. We've got to get the merch site up and running. We've got to get it. And that's going to be an all-time bestseller. I promise.
And that's the brunch breakdown. We're out.